I contemplated doing Instagram as well, but I decided let's just leave Instagram out of the equation and not hog the bandwidth. So, if you've not been here before, I'm Tanya Baldwin and I am a trauma wellness healer, but I also do oracle cards and I do different things. I offer oracle card readings and I also have combined my oracle card reading um, with trauma wellness. So, the combination of both. And I can definitely put you on the list, Zoe. But we'll go through the collective reading first and then we'll get there. Good morning from San Diego. I've actually got to move my stuff around because we had our lovely event last night for the solstice. We celebrated the winter solstice, so I have some things in the way. Hi, Juhi, for sure. I'll cross out the old list and we have, hi, Melinda. How are you, love? Zoe and Juhi. All right. I have 2 people on the list already. All right. Let's see this reading because there's a couple of cards like they seem to really counter. They seem like they're gonna like. The celebration was amazing. It was beautiful, and I'm sure that yours was amazing too. And I would love to compare notes about what your celebration was like. Oh yes, we don't want to start with that one. We're going to start with this one. So this morning I was meditating. I got up. I was all happy. I'm restoring my routine. I got up and I did my yoga this morning and I was meditating. And then my son called partway through my meditation and my brain just feels like it's like, I didn't get out of the meditation the right way or something. I didn't go through the door. Someone pulled me through an emergency hatch. I feel weird. My son was like, do you want me to call you back and like, you can finish your meditation? I was like, it's too late now. You've interrupted me. So, Hi, BC biker nurse. How are you? I'm a nurse too, I call myself retired now. All right, let's get to the reading because I'm kind of interested. So the first card that I pulled was Happy, number 26. So your desires are effortlessly fulfilled right now. Find joy in the present moment, whatever is happening, and be satisfied with things as they are. You're free from the shackles of longing, able to experience the liberation that comes from actually being happy moment to moment. For you have chosen happiness over yearning for it. Now is the time for feeling joy for the sake of joy and experiencing contentment. None of this is because of something outside yourself. Your happiness is a result of your being at one with Spirit's plan for your life. All is well. The tide is in for now. Enjoy playfully splashing in it. So really good card to start. But I saw some other cards come up along this reading that I'm curious how they're going to all play out. So we're happy. We're happy. Which one do we want to do next? We'll do this one. So then, good day. Hi, Diana. We got heart home. So let's see what our heart home is. Woo woo. Hi, smiley face. How are you? Sandra. Nice. I'll write you on the list, Sandra. Perfect. Hi. Good morning. And BC Biker Nurse, at the end of the collective reading, and then I do I see your name now, so StreamYard worked on this one at least. Okay, so let's see what our heart home is, compassion. So when you begin to feel like you do not belong anywhere, it's time to make your way back to your heart home. This is your true home. You are being called back to the quiet place where your soul resides. Good morning, Nikita. Put everything on hold for a short while. You are being offered the experience of love in its purest form, unconditional and unbound. This is not the love you must work hard to earn or barter for. Drop into your heart space and rest there for a breath or two. Replace the judgment of yourself and others with compassion. Really, it is that easy when heart home shows up. There's no need to forgive anyone for anything. None of it occurred in spiritual truth. It is only your belief in that story that makes it so powerful. Allow your love to wash clean all those impressions. Empty yourself of all judgments and preconceptions and allow spirit to fill you with the sweet nectar of peace. When heart home shows up, it's imperative that you heed its call, lest the universe orchestrate a way to bring you back to yourself that is of a harsher nature. Very, very ominous little message there. But that was 26. This one's 27. What number did we get here? I think we got 19. Yeah, 19. So we got the moon card. So perception. So we've got our heart. We've got happy. So things are going to work out for us. We've got heart home, calling us back to our heart, calling us back to our home, our actual home. And now we got perception. So what is perception telling us? So the moon, who is ruler of Cancer, speaks of the deep inner river of emotions, what motivates you, how you experience and express your feelings, and how you nurture and need nurturing. In your astrological chart, the moon is as important as the sun, even though it's much smaller. By a coincidence of relative size and distance, from our earthly perspective, the sun and moon, our symbols of conscious and unconsciousness, appear to be the same size, and this proportion makes eclipses possible. The moon cycles through the zodiac in 27.5 days, changing signs every 2 days and coloring our moods, habits, and behaviors. So that's why it's important to know what your moon sign is, right? Because your moon is going to be your unconscious, like it's your emotions. It's how you what motivates you, how you experience and express your feelings, and how you nurture and need nurturing. So those are very important things to know about yourself. So for me, I'm a Virgo moon. And so then I'm going to show up, I'm going to have emotions like Virgo might mean I'm a little, maybe not, maybe I'm a little emotionless. Maybe I'm a little, we're all fine. How are you? What's your name, dear? I can put you on the list for a card afterwards. I do believe that everything's going to be okay. I've always set myself with the whole sign in my mind that if it's not all right, it's not over. It'll when it it's not done. If it's not okay, it's not done. That's just what it is. Nikita, you sure can. And are you Zoe, are you like a Virgo sun or Virgo moon? Because that's different, where you show up conscious and aware, being in that sense. I will put you on the list for a card. There was definitely a glitch yesterday, and I don't know, it ended up taking down street. Okay, so you're a Virgo sun. So you'd have to look at your sign and do all of that stuff. Are we keeping to a time limit today? We'll see. I should actually look at my calendar to give me an idea of whether or not I have appointments afterwards. Oh, we're on a time limit. I have to be done by 11. So no going past 11. And I will do a whole reading. I'll actually put a reading out for the year. I'm going to do a 12-month reading. And hi, Susan. I'll put you on there. I'm going to do, and I'll put it on the Spotify. Like I'll load it up to the podcast on Spotify, but I'll do a whole 12-month reading starting for like January through for the year. But I technically, like, being somebody who's, into astrology and who's a witch and also into more holistic things, I also recognize that our new year should be March 20th, not January 1st. So I kind of celebrate from that perspective that that Aries season is the beginning of the year. So we start in that, but I will, I have you down on the list, Maggie. I have you down on the list. Okay, let's finish this reading so we can, because everybody wants to get to the cards. So hi, Demia. So for the moon card, first perceive what unspoken emotional inner calling and patterns drive you. Look to your own moon sign. When you cooperate with your moon's emotional motivation, you'll find it easier to walk in harmony with your path. Next, investigate the needs and wants of those around you. The emotions underneath the surface actually run this show. The primary drives are expressed through habits and actions, nuance and expression, rather than through words. Look for that underground ocean. It carries the soul's energy. Oh, I'll talk to that in a moment, Zoe. So speak to the insecurities that slow this process. Act in a way that helps others feel nurtured, warm, and emotionally connected. Make them feel at home. Tend the food, water the home base. Like the moon, the energy in this situation will wax and wane. So assess the current phase and work with those cycles. So the challenge is look to feelings rather than logic to move the situation forward. Notice any strange responses to anxiety, touchy personal defenses, nepotism, xenophobia, subjectivity, or insecurity, either in your motivation or in those around you. Tend to the fear that underlines these behaviors. And the gift is, you are the one with the ebb and flow. Watch what sign the moon occupies each day and let the moon teach you about its phases. Align yourself with those tides and make your life easier. So, for some of us, we identify more with our sun sign. And for some of us, we actually identify more with our rising sign. So it's important to do an astrological chart. And if you don't know the time of birth, then that can get a little bit challenging, but you can always read through the astrological signs and find which one really aligns with how I show up in the world and how I feel. Oh, that's okay, Emily. That's okay. That's okay. So yeah, if you look up, they have astrological charts on there they're free. So just search for rising or moon sign free calculator, and you can find ones that you can calculate out your moon and your rising signs, because they are important. Your rising sign may be more may show up more how your personality is, right? But yeah, till 11 we got to be off before 11. We're still sticking with it, even if you had to and that's funny because it was Emily that was that rescheduled. That's perfect. But we're still sticking to the 11 o'clock time limit. We're still Hi Emily, good morning, love. So those are important. So it's not necessarily that I'm trying to remember how you phrase that. Yeah. And we're emotional people, and we definitely, like with the water and the moon being emotional, and water, like it affects the tides and stuff. So we feel that pull with the side. And women are very in tune to the moon, more in tune to the moon than men. A lot of times we actually sync our menstrual cycles with the moon. And a lot of women will find that they do. They have their menstrual cycle near and around the full moon, right around that moment of release is when we decide we want to release too. So has an idea. So the other card, the tarot card, and this was the one where I was like, okay, so we're happy. We're in these, like, this is emotional. Like there's a lot of emotions going on here, right? The home heart, our happy, the moon, all emotional. And then this 9 of Swords. So again, this is an emotional moment for sure. So nightmares, worry, feelings of depression or anxiety, insomnia, fear, an opportunity to find courage, a time to focus on safety and the things that are going well in your life. So what is keeping you up at night, sweet seer? This card suggests a time in your life when negative thoughts are gaining momentum and when you may find yourself expending too much energy worrying about the future. Perception is everything. And what does that say on the moon card? Perception. Perception is everything. So don't allow negative self-talk to trip you up. If a pessimistic mindset spirals wildly out of control, it can lead to anxiety, stress, or depression, even when your thoughts carry no truth. Are you imagining the worst instead of activating the best? Flip your perspective and send nurturing, loving thoughts to your situation to overcome any disturbing thoughts. Look at the light in your situation and notice that even the tiniest window of brightness can keep fear at bay. Use your light to expose the illusions and allow worries to dissipate and soften as your bad dreams are illuminated for what they really are. I see my fears as the illusions that they really are. Like, that's very, very powerful card. So our perceptions, right? Where that fear, how many times do we sit there? We sit there and we beat ourselves up with our minds, with our thoughts. Oftentimes it's not even true, right? We think somebody's thinking something bad about us or feeling a certain way about us, and they're not even thinking about us at all. And we riddle ourselves with all this negativity, or we think things aren't going to turn out. And we spend so much time in that negative space, imagining and believing and fearing, right? Fearing that we're not going to have enough, or fearing that things aren't going to come through in time, or fearing that, we're not going to show up in the right way, or that we're going to disappoint, right? So we do. And overthinking is huge. It's a huge part of anxiety, right? So one of the things to work through that is having those soothing skills available to you. So you want to, hi, Alex, you want to get out of your thoughts, right? And if you can't get out of your head and into your body, change the thoughts that are in your head to something that's more productive or more beneficial to you, right? So I used to create, one thing is creating a worry time, saying I'm going to slot it in, just block out time. Right now I have my calendar on the screen because I pulled it up because I wanted to make sure if I had to hop off at a specific time. Because I'm trying to get better at managing time, because I will come on here and stay. And 2.5 hours later, I'm finally heading off. And it's like, that's just, a gift of time. So I forgot where I was going with that whole gift of time. Anyway, that's what it was. So I've created a calendar system. So I have my main calendar. So if someone books an appointment with me, it gets slotted in. But behind that calendar, I have my own personal calendar. So the calendar, if someone was to book an appointment, it overrides the calendar that I have, right? Because if I had a call with a potential client, that comes first. But behind it, I have these blocks. So one block is creativity, so content creation. So I blocked out a time to just do content. And you can do the same thing, but block it out and say, this is a worry time. So Tuesday at 2 p.m., that's my time to worry. And at 2 p.m., I can worry as much as I want, right? And then when you worry outside of that time, you say, now is not the time to worry. I can worry Tuesday at 2. And you push it to that point, right? So it's just delaying. And then at Tuesday at 2, you sit there and you just worry. And you allow yourself the freedom to say, okay, this is the small me. This is the ego me. This is the fear inside of me. I'm going to just let it come out, and it can worry about whatever it wants. It can worry about how I'm going to pay my bills. It can worry about, my family. It can worry about my relationship. It can worry about my job. It can worry about whatever the heck it wants to. But for that whole time, worry as much as you want. Then you'll find over time that you don't actually use the time. You don't use the whole, like if you blocked out an hour, you won't even use the whole hour. The other thing is doing like what's called the thought stopping technique. And that's where you picture a stop sign in your mind. And there's different ways to do it. For some, like if you go into the full thought stopping technique, it would be to imagine like either a queue of traffic, or if I'm going to pray, don't worry. If I'm going to worry, don't pray. Good yeah, if I'm going to pray, don't worry. If I'm going to worry, don't pray, right? Worry and fear and faith, they occupy the same space, right? Both of them are a belief in something that hasn't happened. Fear is the belief in something negative happening. Faith is the belief in something positive. So if you're going to spend time investing your energy in something that may never happen, you might as well invest your energy in the positive. So have faith that the positive is going to turn out instead of fearing that the negative is going to turn out, because at least having faith in the positive is going to keep your nervous system in a much more regulated space. And if if you could, by your thoughts alone, attract things to you, would you not want to make sure that they're positive rather than negative? So if that's the case, then, you can work on that. So it's a great message here for us to look at what are our thoughts doing to us? How are they holding us back? How can we change our perception about us or other people and lean into, being emotionally available or like to ourselves as well, right? And come home to ourselves, to our own heart, come back to ourselves, and you'll find that happy, happy, get happy. Good morning, James. How are you? Nice to see you, friend. I'm going to throw the cards all around. All right. Now we're on to the cards. We had a wonderful solstice yesterday. I did not after the I suggested after the session that we do. It was wonderful. It was so wonderful. I did an event. Oh, I caught them all. That was good, but I almost threw my coffee at the same time. Let's move that over a little bit, right as we take a sip. No, it was a great event. Not the coffee. Actually, you know what? I'm actually going to cut coffee out of my diet for a little bit. This is scary. I love it. I'm today, by the end of this week, I'm going to have drank all the coffee out of my house. I'm going to go to tea for a short little bit. And then I'm trying to go to a spot where I have no stimulants whatsoever. So, I just want to do a cleanse, like a little cleanse for me personally. I find, even as a nurse and, I've went through different phases in my life of drinking a lot of coffee to drinking just, regular normal amounts. As a nurse, I definitely drank a lot of coffee, which isn't good for your stomach, like the acid content of coffee. But I always used to go with, it's okay, if you drink coffee, as long as you're not feeling a reaction from it. Right. So coffee never made me react. Right. And that's kind of where your limit is, and everybody's limit would be different. So if you have a cup of coffee and you get jittery, you probably shouldn't drink coffee at all. If you have 3 cups of coffee and that's when you start to get jittery, well, you should probably stop at 2. I didn't get jittery from coffee. I could be drinking my cup of coffee on my way home from work after a night shift, drank coffee all night, come home, throw the cup in the garbage, jump into bed and go straight to sleep. I had no problem. Like, it did not affect me like that. But I would be a fool to believe that it's not doing something underneath the surface and I'm just not aware of it. But I'm now in a point where I drink a good amount of, I only have 2 cups, and one's typically a mushroom coffee and then the other one's just a regular coffee per day. That's it. And I drink my coffee in the morning. I don't have any coffee in the afternoon or in the evenings anymore because I don't want to disrupt my sleep patterns. But I think I just want to do a cleanse and see how my digestive tract feels, how everything feels, not having that in there. And then I like to smoke pot. I smoke weed at night. So I'm doing caffeine in the morning and weed at night. So I'm taking both of them out. So there's no stimulants, no up, no down, just straight, just me. So that's my goal right now, because I've got a lot of beautiful resiliency techniques. So I just want to make sure I'm not using the weed's not masking anything either, that I'm not using it in and not realizing that I'm using it to calm myself or to provide some kind of benefit. So that's why I want to eliminate all of it. I just want to know where I am. Plus, when I smoke weed, I don't dream. I don't recall any of my dreams. That's for sure. So I want to be able to remember my dreams and see them. You need a cup warmer just so you can let it stick for as long. Yeah, beautiful, right? I don't drink either. I shouldn't say that I don't have any alcohol in my house. Like that's what I mean by I don't drink. My brother and his wife, they like to drink and have drinks and stuff like that. I try to stick with just like having like a glass of red wine or something and not drinking too much, but I could easily just never like I could easily take alcohol out of my life. That wouldn't bother me at all. Nice. Nice. Okay. So, Zoe, I have your card, and your card is regeneration in the protective mode. Yeah. You have to record, like you can practice remembering your dreams, right? You can set the intention before you go to bed. I'm going to remember my dreams. I'm going to remember my dreams. And you can also, when you get up in the morning, right away, try to write it down. So take that moment in the morning to do journaling, and that can help you to start recording your dreams and remembering them more. But just set that intention before you go to bed. So regeneration in protection mode, and regeneration is number 46. So yeah, definitely. The more intense the dream, the more I know it's a vision, not a dream. Like it's if I've had, and that's I think there's a part of like numbing out the dreams. Like when I went through my whole breakdown portion, I was having black mares, right? So just no picture, all fear, and that was it. But I think there's always been that little part of me that knows that the marijuana keeps the dreams at bay, and I was always worried if I stopped smoking that I would have dreams and the dreams might be bad because of all of my traumas. So I think that's why I've held on to the weed for so long, because I don't feel like I'm not anxious, I'm not nervous. I worked on my traumas. I have a wonderful resiliency toolkit. I navigate through experiences quite well, but that's that little bit I think that is just but if I take it away, I'm going to dream again, and dreams can also be nightmares. So maybe I'll just hold on a little longer. Oh yeah, when you cut out coffee, you can definitely get migraines for sure. Like I'm expecting to get a headache when I first wean the coffee out from that addiction. But yeah, and yeah, the only issue, like the reason why you don't want it in the afternoon is because it messes with your circadian rhythms and can really disrupt your sleep patterns. That's why I would avoid it in the afternoon. I go live 9 a.m. Eastern until at least 10, but typically 10:30, 11, sometimes 12. I don't know. It depends on how good the crew is and how amped up everybody is. One day I got to like 30 some thousand likes, so I stayed it out for a while on TikTok. Um, so yeah, normally 9 a.m. till 10 a.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday. And then I'll do special lives on the weekend for TikTok, but I don't broadcast like through Facebook and YouTube and stuff like that. So yeah. Okay. Zoe's message: regeneration in protection mode. Yeah, make 11:11 a hard stop. That's what we should do. 11:11, we're done. No matter what, we just everything shuts down at 11:11. Okay, so endings come in many forms, and now is the time to stop holding on to what must die, so that something better can take its place. Hi, Nan. Nature's cycles include disease, decay, death, and regeneration. Let whatever isn't working in your life die. Don't be afraid to face the facts. There is no need to struggle or grieve. Whatever your query, let it go. You're about to be reborn. So this is for Zoe, right? And it could be anything. It could be a role that you're in, or it could be anything, just something in your life that you need to let go of. And they could be small. It could be even limiting beliefs that you have to let go of your limiting beliefs so that you can be reborn to not have those limiting beliefs and go and exceed and excel at life, right? Like there's lots of things that it could mean, but you're in that state of being reborn. So just choose how you want to be reborn, right? Decide with yourself, hey, you know what? I want to be reborn as somebody who, who's more active, and then make activity a part of your day, right? When we identify as something, it's easier to incorporate it. So for example, if you want to be, the ideal body weight for you. If you identify as a healthy person, right? If you think I am a healthy person, then it'll be easier for you to achieve that, because as a healthy person, would a healthy person eat a dozen donuts? No. So when you start to identify as a type of person, it helps you to align better with the goals that are needed to create that person, because you can go to it from that mindset of, I'm a healthy person, and a healthy person wouldn't eat junk. Or I'm a healthy person's going to exercise today, right? As a healthy person, what would a healthy person do? And you can make decisions based on that. So that's one way to incorporate changes in your day, in your life, and that can be effective, right? If you identify, I am a successful entrepreneur. I'm a successful entrepreneur. Well, what does a successful entrepreneur look like? What do they do? What are they, and you would embody that personality or that type, right? Okay, Juhi. You're welcome. I'm gonna knock this cup over. How about way over there? Then we won't. Hey, serendipity in protection. Look at us pulling out protections now. 47 would also be number 11. So you can look up number 11. And we got a 9. So we're pulling divine numbers again today. So perfect. Emily, you most certainly can be on the list. Ah, flowers. I love it. Okay. Serendipity for you, Juhi, number 18. So this would be a number 9 if we were to look at that number as well. In protection. So perhaps you felt most certain that serendipitous events were meant to lead to something better. It was supposed to be the perfect business, or that person you gave your heart to was supposed to be the one. Yet it all fell apart. Consider this. Sometimes synchronicity and serendipity come together to lead you directly into difficulties in order to deliver an important lesson you need to learn before you hit the jackpot. Don't get caught up in the drama of disappointment. There really is a silver lining in this cloud. Spirit always knows what you need and is guiding you where you are meant to go. Pay attention to the signs present to you. Okay, so that's a really great message for all of us. Sometimes you think that's the best situation, and then you end up, it goes wrong, and like it feels like you got whatever, you got sauce on your face or something. I don't know, there was a saying that came to mind, but it just quickly went away. But sometimes you need to have that pain or that hurt or that struggle, because when you go through that, it tells you, wait a second, I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm going to change something in me that makes me think that would be okay, or that has aligned with that. So for instance, you could have went, I want to do this particular job. This job's going to be the most amazing job. It's come to me. And then all of a sudden the job goes bad. And you're like disillusioned. But because of that job, not yay! That was cool. I had a cowboy hat. Welcome, partner. I don't do accents very well, but that's half the time. That's the freaking funny part. Damia, you definitely can get on the list. I'm just putting one Y though. Just one. So that's, you could go through that job, and that job could be, you think it's the perfect role for you, and then it backfires. And when it backfires on you, you're like, oh my God. But maybe what you learned in that job is skills that you can take forward, because maybe you're supposed to be an entrepreneur and you're going to take those skills that you lead. Like that's kind of the, or you were in a relationship, you thought this person was the one and it went all sideways, and the pain that got caused from that relationship ending made you do the healing work that you needed to do. And the next relationship that comes in, you're going to be healed. So it's going to be that relationship that's just going to blow your socks off. That's the kind of concept of the serendipitous and synchronicities meeting, where usually there's a little bit of pain, but the pain is what's going to push you towards the next level of you. Okay, Juhi? All right, Sandra. And good morning, Evelyn. All right, we just flipped that one over. So now we're going to have that one's in protection. Sandra. Okay, so this is for Sandra. Good morning, Ren. How are you? We've got some protection message today. You sure can, Evelyn. I'll put you on the list. So this is for Sandra, number 44 in protection mode. Got Evelyn on the list. Yes, I will put you on the list. Ren, perfect. Okay, so Sandra. Waiting to see Sandra. But we're gonna talk about 44 in protection mode. So 44 in protection mode is thinker. Okay, so the thinker in protection mode. Oh, that's not fun. And you can definitely be on the list, James. Perfect. Okay, Sandra, I've got your card. Thinker in protection mode, number 44. You might be suffering from analysis paralysis. Thinking has its place, but trying to figure everything out logically is not going to work right now. Your conclusions will likely be faulty, and you may act upon false assumptions that will get you into a jam. Give your mind a rest. Do something creative, exercise, or meditate. Soon you'll come to your senses, and an aha moment will bring new clarity. And I love that message because, it's no different than if you go at work, right? Work mindset is task-oriented, and it's really that task-oriented kind of mindset of go is more of a masculine energy, right? It's in the divine masculine flow of energy, that yang flow. In the creative sense, that's the yin energy, right? We have to be open to receive inspiration and creativity and get into that flow. So when we get stuck thinking, we shut off, especially this one being in the protection mode. When we get stuck thinking and we get caught in overthinking and worry and analyzing things, and we're like trying to make sense of everything, we shut ourselves off from creativity. So when we get exercising, right, whether it's going for a walk out in nature, doing yoga, those types of more meditative types of exercise, or even if you're working out and you're like, you're really hitting it hard, whether you're doing HIIT or like, high intensity, or if you're doing like weights, it doesn't matter. It'll put you in a different mindset. And especially, if you got into meditation, dance, singing, like those types of things, they'll bring you those aha moments. So sometimes stopping thinking will bring the answers to you faster than like thinking about it. But if you are stuck in thinking, another thing that you can always do is go to solution based. So what if the worst thing happened here? If it's an overthinking thing and you're thinking in the negative thing, what if the worst case, what is the worst case scenario? What if the worst case scenario happened? What would I do and how would I solve my problem if that worst case scenario happened? Every time. Yeah. Again, yin is feminine and yang is masculine. Absolutely. Every time it comes down, I like have to watch him, and I'm always worried he's going to fall again. But you know what? Today I'm going to be heading out of my house for a little bit. So when I head out of my house today for a little bit, I think I'm just checking. I'm pretty sure I don't have an event tonight or anything like that. I'm just going to peek behind you guys. We're going to do a little move. Actually, I do. I potentially do later today. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll figure all that stuff out. But I might actually go in town and get tape today for the stairs so that we can fix that for him. He's amazing. He's such a good boy. All he wants is just to love. He's just the sweetest guy. Okay, Nikita, I got yours now. And then after Nikita is Maggie, Mirth, and Susan. Okay. Yeah, he slid down the stairs. He slid down the stairs now. He's had a couple like down. He'll get down to about these last couple of steps here and just go like slip a little. But the first time that he fell, he was up on he was second step from the top and he slid backwards down it, like and fell and came down it, and he was okay. But the one time he came down and he just kind of scooched down the stair, he was okay. He didn't get hurt, but it was still terrifying. Yeah. Yep. Walk. Just walk. And it's true when you get stuck up and just walk, right? Okay, Nikita. Yeah, I jumped up right away and went to him, but he was fine. He didn't get hurt, no injuries. I think he stayed pretty much on his feet as he slid down and not really slipped. But he's totally lying on his bed right now, staring out the window, trying to check out squirrels and cats and whatever else. There was a dog in our yard just a little while ago, so I'm glad that the dog's gone because he'd be just losing his mind. Good morning. How are you, Facebook user? Hi, definitely ciao. Ciao, Tara. Okay. Nikita. I am definitely. Nikita is number 21. Okay. Clean it up. Ever feel so bogged down with emotional gunk that you can't think straight? Could you be surrounded by physical clutter in your house also? Too much work? Overwhelmed? Time to clean house. Every item out of place natters away at you. Every unresolved resentment, every comparison to others that leads to a sense of lack takes up energetic space. Every unpaid bill just adds to an unnecessary feeling of being overwhelmed. Now is the time to free yourself by energetically cleaning house. Just do it. Make room for the miracles that are lining up for you. So it's a great message, and we could all take a lesson from that. One of the things, and this is a really, is the energy, right? So let's say that you had a toxic relationship and then the relationship breaks up and you change nothing. You don't get rid of anything. All that energy is still there. So after my relationship ended, I actually went through and I got rid of everything, including the biggest thing that I was anxious to get rid of was the bed, the mattress. Because we slept in it together for 8 years, and I did not want that energy coming with me, and I didn't want that energy going into any other relationships that I might have. So definitely do an energetic cleanse. And disorganization can, right? And for some of us, a little bit of clutter or disorganization, like my desk has stuff sprawled across it. That's just the way it is. I think I need another shelf or something to put all my stuff in. But I'm in a temporary location too for 6 months. So, but definitely go through and look and see. And even the emotions, right? What emotions are you holding on to about stuff that is really unnecessary, right? Just that we can just let go of it, right? Let go of it all. Let go of tidy up, put stuff in its place, pay things, just do those little checklists, right? And move those things off so that you're not causing yourself stress, right? Like it's like procrastination. When we procrastinate and we get ourselves amped up into that, oh my God, the deadline's here. It's for that adrenaline rush, right? And we get that adrenaline rush, which motivates us and kind of can give us some, focus and drive and things like that. But when you put yourself into that state because of not paying bills is a good one, right? If you procrastinate paying bills, then you put yourself into more of an overwhelmed state because now you have late fees, or now you're worried about, or worried about other aspects of the bill not being paid. So why put that into your body or have that stress on your plate? Just get to do them, right? I'll pull a card for you with the today, Tara. I'm just going to call you Tara. That's just, the last 4 digits, Tara. The last 5 letters. And then you know what? It works out because that just to me is like the earth, Terra, the earth, right? Terraform. If you want a full oracle reading, I do a variety of different readings. And the different readings, like I do my spirit guide reading, and Melinda can tell you all about that. That's a fantastic reading. I do a priority spread where I'll look at, I think it's a 7-card spread. If not, it's 6, but it's a 6 or 7 card tarot reading, and that's a priority spread. There's a 6-card How Do I Find Love spread that I do. So I have different readings that I do, but they're all priced the same. They're $45 because all of the readings, it's not like I do just like a quick little, oh, there's your cards. Okay, that's what you got. Bye-bye, right? Like it's usually 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how much chatting that we get doing as well. But those sessions are $45. You can book those through my Calendly link. You just pick an oracle reading and a time that works for you, and we'll do a video session, because then you get to see your cards and everything. And if I give you some tips and techniques about something that comes up in your card, let's say it talks about like anxiety, and you're like, yeah, I definitely have anxiety, and I give you a technique in order to manage your anxiety, I want to be able to demonstrate that to you. So that's why I do it in a video. But yeah, then they're all oracle reading sessions. But when we have the video session, then you can just tell me what type of reading you want. And I can always talk about what types of readings are, but that's for a full reading. But I'll pull you a card this morning. Okay. I'll pull you one of the cards. All right. And so far I've only had one person who was asking. Mirth wanted one from the, Rose Oracle. So I'm going to pull that deck out for it. It does. It makes a great gift. It does. Okay. So Maggie, this is your card, Maggie. Maggie's still around. And if not Maggie, then I'm going to pull out my other cards and pull a rose card for Mirth. Imagine. Number 20. Hi, Matt. Mafidi? We're going to call it Mafidi. Could be Mafidi, depending on how you emphasize. But Maggie, your card is 20, which is the Imagine card. So the Oracle's message. Who do you want? No, sorry. Yeah. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? What do you need to believe in order to have the life you want? You were gifted with the power to imagine. If you can dream it, you can create it. Same thing as Bob Proctor. If you can see it in your head, you can hold it in your hand. Everything that we've ever imagined, everything that we have in our world was in somebody's mind beforehand, right? So everything that we have, well, this wasn't. This is natural. But everything that we have in our world was created from somebody's imagination. There we go. Imagination. So this is the time when your imagination is the key to manifesting the life you desire. It's always part of manifesting the life we desire, right? Good morning, Sherry and Jerry Ann. We're going to call it that. Sure. So spend time today daydreaming, fashioning a vision board to help you see your goals, or meditating. Allow the power of your creativity to deliver images of what feeds your soul. Then allow your feelings to mingle with your inspirations and imagine these things being real right now. Then repeat, What you imagine will become your belief, and soon you will see these things come to pass in the outer world as if by magic. So a beautiful message for you, Maggie. And a beautiful message for us all, right? Who do you want to be? And what do you need to believe in order to have the life that you want, right? Who do you want to be, and what do you have to believe to have the life that you want? And we can change that at any point. Your beliefs are not locked solid. Your beliefs are whatever you choose to make them. And we can make them whatever we want. We can change them at whatever point that we want. We're not stuck, right? Just like we're not stuck in one spot. We're not rooted in the ground. We can walk, we can move, we can go places. So you can definitely change your belief systems to ones that are better for you, right? If you want to be healthier, right, having the belief that you are a healthy person, that I keep telling myself that I'm an athlete and that I'm a runner. I keep saying it over and over again. I'm an athlete. I am a runner. I am an athlete. I am a runner. And it does help with how my run feels. I feel lighter when I'm running. I feel like it's easier to do, which is kind of neat. So this card is for Mirth. Mirth had requested the Rose Oracle deck, so I've got that for her now. For those, I have new decks. We could pull out a new deck. I think we're going to do that. We're going to do that right after this here. Since I've switched up decks, I'm going to pull out a new deck. And we're going to have fun with that. Okay? But so Maggie, your message was to look how it will be fine. It will be fine, but you need to decide what you want to do to make it fine. Yeah, it works, right? I got up every day and I said, I love to work out. I love working out. I'm so lucky that I have a body that's physically capable of working out. I'm so lucky to be able to work out, right? So you just change your mindset around it, and it changes how the activity feels to you. I have to work out has such a just negative connotation to it. Like it's work, right? But I love physical fitness. I love exercising. I'm a healthy person. I am an athlete. So you train your brain to the fact that, hey, you're changing how you see yourself. I am an athlete. Well, what's an athlete do? Well, an athlete, they exercise. An athlete maybe goes for a run. An athlete eats healthy. So if you think of yourself, I'm a healthy person. A healthy person doesn't eat a dozen donuts. Right? So when you work in that, it helps. And it's about adopting who do you need to be? Who do you need to be? In order for me to be a successful business owner, I have to be, a success. I have to adopt the idea of being I am Sherry. Oh, yes, definitely. Start off on a good day. So Mirth, the Breathing Rose is the card that I pulled for you. Heart healing, emotions, connection, time eases. And I'll show that on here just so everyone can see that card. Okay. It's a really interesting picture. All right. The Breathing Rose. Definitely, Simran. And would you like a card, Sherry? I can put you on the list. Okay. So the Breathing Rose for you, Mirth. Often healing is a slow, steady process. It's complex, not linear. It takes as long as it takes. And most of the time, that's much longer than we'd wish. But like all things in nature, there's a mysterious intelligence to it. And if we trust it and let the vibrant petals fall to the earth, cut back what's no longer, and protect the new shoots and buds from being pried open, we may find ourselves in a second bloom. and fruit will follow. You can't manufacture that. We must trust the great mystery in the process. The bud somehow manages to burst through the constraints. Ah, perfect. That would be amazing. Hi, Jenny. Come in there. And Tara, yo, Keona Tara, Chow Natara, however we want to say it. But I'll make note of it. But you wait, because I got a new deck after this one. You might want that one. Who knows? Who knows? So the bud somehow manages to burst through the constraints by opening to life. All of nature has this intelligence within it. The challenge when we're going through a time of healing, which is another word for growth, transformation, change, is not to close ourselves off from the world when we most want to separate and shut down, to somehow find the courage to open through the agony, the difficulty, and the hurt. And when we feel safe enough to let life soften us, not harden us, to deepen and cradle us. This is a card of deep heart healing. It will often come to us as a symbol of emotional healing that's in the process of happening. The mending's underway. Treat yourself and your healing with compassion, understanding, and gentleness. This is a card of deep encouragement that you're doing it. Time will ease everything soon. So your soul inquiry is, how can you treat yourself with gentle compassion and softness? And how can you trust the timing of your healing? Well, everything is on time. It's all on divine timing. So we have to trust that for sure. Okay, let's see what our new deck of cards is like. And this one will be for Susan. We're going to use our, the Enchanted Map is what they're called. And they are by Colette Baron Reed. Again, another deck of hers. So let's see what our new deck, what our map deck is going to, where it's going to take us. It's the Enchanted Map. Oh, moving the wrong cards out of the way. Right? So this is beauty. Let's see where we're going. So because they're new, it's going to be a bit fun to shuffle because they like to get sticky. They're so harsh. Yeah, definitely, Nan. Move the boxes out of the way. All right. Can't wait till they get a little easier. A little easier to shuffle because right now they're like, they want to still kind of stick to each other. I got new tarot cards too. So I didn't just get Oracle. I got a deck of tarot cards too. So the Good Tarot, as well by Colette Baron Reed. She was having a sale on Black Friday and they finally just came in the mail, the decks that I ordered. So yeah. So this one is for Susan. Once I want to get them good and shuffled. I went through the process of, like you have to do a process when you get your cards, right? To charge them up, I guess, would be the way to. All right. Let's see if I can get them to spread apart. Susan. Okay, Susan. This is a really cool card. Spirit of Place. Yeah, they're beautiful. That's pretty. I noticed that when I was going through the deck of cards. I was like, oh, there's some really cool pictures in these cards. So number 4. So this is for Susan. Authenticity is the essence of power. Our ancient ancestors believed that every place has a spirit looking after it or embodying it. Just as we have a soul, the plants, trees, birds, mountains, and rivers have their own essence. When the spirit of place arrives in your reading, it says that the answer to your query is in the overarching theme of your circumstances. Is your question about struggle? The answer is to relax and let go of your need to control the situation. If your inquiry relates to finding love, then embody love rather than long for it. Once you find the essential truth that underlies your question and then name it, you'll discover the answers you've been seeking. Your greatest power is your authenticity. In the reversed, which is actually how I pulled it up, which was in this direction here, don't get entangled in details or desires that obscure the truth of your situation. Step back and ask yourself, what is the real nature of my inquiry? Even exquisitely seductive hidden agendas cannot conceal this. Trust your intuition. The spirit of place is whispering in your ear. You hold the power to tell the truth, first to yourself, then to the world. You can always distinguish between an essence that is true and one that is synthetic. So this is definitely about finding the truth of the situation, and you know what the truth is, and don't be swayed by other things, right? Don't let other people sway you. Damia, we can probably move you up, and you're not far actually. It's Susan, Emily, and then you. So now it's Emily, and if Emily wants these cards, we can do these cards. If she wants the Rose Oracle, we can do the Rose Oracle. We have a few cards. So you're welcome, Susan. No, you didn't miss you. I would have waited for you too. So Emily, do you want these cards? The beautiful new deck, and see. Good morning, Jenny. You are still on the list for sure. Nobody ever gets bumped off the list. We never take anyone off the list. You're coming up quickly though. Oh, so do you want we'll do this deck, okay, Em? Because I think that this deck is gonna. I love learning about the decks, and until you, like, the more that you play with them. So we can select from, I have a host of different decks. Good morning, Jess. How are you, love? You can definitely get a card. Put you on the list. Okay, so we have the Enchanted Map. We have the Rose Oracle. We have the Wisdom of the Oracle. We could even do the Shaman's Dream. And we do have Gateway of Activation. We can do Work Your Light. And we can do the Starseed Oracle. And we have astrological oracles as well. I have a lot of oracle cards, like a lot. Right? So, Emily, we're going to use this new map, the Enchanted Map Oracle. Let's see what message we get from the Enchanted Map. Oh, cool. I love to find new decks. I like the Oracle decks, they're all unique, and it's based on the writer and the artist collaborating and creating an Oracle deck. The tarot cards, they're all based on, there's the set arcana, major arcana, and then the minor arcana, and there's 78 cards in a tarot deck, and they all follow the same, where each tarot deck will have a Fool, each tarot deck will have a Hanged Man, the Chariot, like they have all the same cards, although they might slightly differ from what they're called. But Oracle card decks are all different. It depends on what messaging that the artist, the writer used. But like tarot decks, they follow a set pattern. So anyway, this is kind of cool. So Dragon's Lair is what I pulled for you, my dear. And that's what pulls me in, is the art. The art is what usually gets me. Oh, neat. Yeah, Wisdom of the Oracle is a good deck too. Yeah, it's so different. So let's see, Emily, what your number 19 Dragon Lair. I love a new deck too, though, because I get to learn about the deck, right? And hi, Sarah. I went like Angela came to mind, but Angela is user. Sarah is House and Butters. So Dragon's Lair. You are always protected and divinely directed. I absolutely love that statement. And you can definitely get a card from the Shaman's Dream for sure, Evelyn. Yeah, and the rose deck. The rose deck is a very feminine deck. Like there's so much meaning behind the rose that is way more than what we recognize. But let's see what our Dragon's Lair tells us. Besides that, you're always divinely protected and divinely directed. You have a remarkable internal warning system that lets you know when things are out of alignment. You're about to enter dangerous territory, so tread carefully and be aware of your surroundings. Looks like we're going on a journey. The path you're on now is one that will challenge you to the core. That said, peril is also exciting and exhilarating, like the danger you feel before entering a new relationship, knowing that you'll be changed forever. A life lived fully isn't lived only in safety. A new experience is calling you, one that will test your courage. The choice is yours, but there is greater value in risk-taking than remaining unchallenged. New territories are waiting to be discovered. Now, in the reverse, and I'm going to read that message too, because I think it's an important message for all of us to note. Red flags shouldn't be ignored. Don't be seduced into learning a lesson that will hurt your heart. Temptation and intrigue abound, but be careful because you can't win this particular challenge. Heed this gentle warning about wanting and longing and the fantasy of belonging to someone, something, or an identity that has no true substance or longevity. Ignore this alarm and you'll be wandering in circles near the edge of a dragon's lair. Choose another path, for your treasures lie elsewhere. It's a really cool message. Really cool message. So we do that all the time, though, right? We ignore the flags, and we ignore the flags. I ignored the flags, and it's one of my favorite things to joke around about is that the flags are there probably within the first year and a half of a relationship, but by the time you hit the 2-year mark, you've seen the flags, but then we ignore them, and 8 years later, we're like, oh, okay, now I'm going to get out. And it's because of those flags that came on early on, right? It's not typically there's similar flags all through the experience. We just don't listen to them. So Damia wanted the Shaman's Oracle. That's what we were going to go with. I just want to verify. No, it was Emily Damia. Did you have an idea, Damia? Did you want to do the Shaman's Dream or do you want to do the Rose Oracle? Like I said, the Rose Oracle has a very feminine feel to it, but it's beautiful. The Shaman's Dream, I love it. And you can tell when I love a deck because like this deck it's so easy to shuffle. It's so easy because they've been shuffled so much. They're beautiful. So this will be Damia. You wanted the Sherry wants the rose. So Damia, what deck would you like? Would you like the Shaman's Dream? Because I can pull a card for you from it, or we'll pick a different deck. Whichever you choose, dear. After Damia, it's Evelyn. So Evelyn wants the rose, and then Ren, and then Chowtara. The rose? Okay. That's perfect. That means I get to shuffle the rose for the next time. And Josie, I can put you on the list for sure. We're getting a lot of J's at the end of the list. Oh, these cards are just wanting to flip over and over and over. All right. Shaman's Dream, Evelyn. Okay, perfect. All right. These ones are a little bit newer too. Okay. Plant yourself here. Integration, embodiment, and grounding action. We're getting the time down. I know I looked at the time. 10:10. 10:10. An hour and 10 minutes in. Bang on the thing. Much love to you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So plant yourself. Now I have to figure out if this is in the oh yeah, it's in alphabetical. Perfect. Plant yourself here. So Demia, this is your message, my dear. Invite your soul to come all the way in, from your knees to your nose, your cheek to your toes. Fully embody your life. Let your soul land and occupy each and every cell. Anchor all parts of you into the here and now. Life is here even when death is here. Birth isn't possible without it. And you came here to birth this world anew. Don't you remember? Fully commit to living this life. Put your 2 feet and your ancient soul wholly and completely in. This is the card of the one who's committed to being the bridge between heaven and earth, the embodied mystic. They know they don't need to denounce either heaven or earth. Rather, they are a weaver of worlds, here to embody their soul more and more with each new day, here to weave the sacred back into everyday life. This card is an invitation to commit more fully to your life as a soul having a human experience, to invite your soul to grow roots that reach deep so that you can grow tall, to commit to your humanity and your expansion at once. The rose invites us to embrace all stages of life on earth, from the buds to the bloom, from the cutting back to the fruit. Her beauty and sweet scent are an embodiment of heaven, a nectarous reward for being here. The rose reminds us to take a moment to properly enjoy the sweetness and that heaven really can be a place on earth. So the soul inquiry, how can I commit more to my life? All right. So how can you commit more fully to your life? Right. And being in the here and now is how we definitely commit more fully to our lives. Because when we're in the future or the past, we're not actually embodying ourselves. We're stuck in those poles, giving away our energy. Right. So pull yourself back into yourself and ground into who you are. Embody yourself fully. Right. And then just love the crap out of your life. Experience it. Enjoy it. Do the things that, are going to light you up. Okay. Just enjoy your life. Okay. After Demia was Evelyn, and Evelyn requested the Shaman's Dream, which I love these cards. Get a nice, good shuffle. You're welcome, Demia. All right. These ones shuffle so nice. They spread so nice. It's all good. So Evelyn. Nice. Dances on one foot, balancing act. So these are really cool pictures too. I love that she's like it's just pretty. Number 9. So Evelyn, this is your card. Dances on one foot, balancing act, resourcefulness, saying yes to life. When dances on one foot shows up, you are called to find a new balance. Just as a dancer moves gracefully into each pose, no matter how precariously balanced a step might be, you must bring equanimity to the situation before you, no matter how thorny or difficult a relationship seems. If you are putting in too much effort into managing your life, work, relationship, family, and digital media, you are missing the point. You have to be dancing while juggling your entire life, knowing that at one time, half of it is going to be up in the air. It's not that you are doing too much and find it impossible to catch up. Rather, it's that you're confusing readiness with preparation. You will never, ever be fully prepared for all the challenges in life, but you can be ready to say yes to a new invitation the universe offers you. Live in a state of yes to spirit and no to everything not infused with life, romance, vitality, and the sacred. You will be surprised by how quickly your load lightens when you hold true to this lesson. You are challenged now to work with the resources available to you and not be seduced by the belief, if I only had more. Life has provided you with everything you need to accomplish your goals and fulfill your mission. When it feels like you are losing your balance, do not contract, holding your arms close to your chest, for you will fall. Instead, reach out and extend them fully, saying yes to Spirit's steadying hand. So it's a beautiful idea, right? And if we're about to fall, we don't pull our arms in like this, because then we will fall. When we're about to fall, we're like, whoa, 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 right? And we extend our arms to give us that balance, right? So a beautiful, beautiful message for you, Evelyn. Just dance through life. Dance through your life. I love it. I love it. Okay, after Evelyn is Ren. And Ren will get... You know what? We're gonna do the enchanted map for Ren. Okay, Ren? The enchanted map thinks that's a great idea. You're welcome, Evelyn. They don't, when you're trying to push them apart and they're like stuck together, it's so hard in the beginning of the decks of cards. Okay, Ren. Oh, I'm so excited to learn the new deck. Field of Dreams. Look at that cute little card. Now, I did pull it in the reverse, so I'll read the entire message for it. But just look at that little card. That's just so cute. So cute. Field of Dreams, number 21. This is for you, Ren. Field of Dreams. Your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are always engaging the vast field of pure potential. This is the perfect time to harness the field of vast potential not yet realized in your life. Great abundance is yours if you're willing to do the work alongside the gentle gardener. Be clear about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Concentrate on your best life regardless of the temporary outer conditions imposed upon you by the greater world, which has its own story to tell. You have a basket full of seeds that are quite powerful, for your talents are divinely inspired and will indeed lead to a greater harvest to be shared with others. You will reap what you have sown. Dream big, dream beautiful, take action, and tend to the garden of your life and experience the extraordinary. So in the reversed, poop. No, it's not poop. In the reversed, are your dreams your own or are they really someone else's? Have you chased money, possessions, or prestige? Have you placed security above fulfillment? Has approval seeking played a major role in your motivation to succeed? This is the time for you to assess the validity of your dreams, your talents, and your willingness to be a channel for inspiration and creativity. Don't be afraid to enter the field of dreams, for you can always clear the ground for new and better things to grow. Nature has a way of self-correcting if you're willing to act with authenticity. The power to create is inside you. So beautiful message, and a beautiful message for all of us. Are the dreams you're dreaming really yours? And that's why I always tell you to check your belief system, because if you're not checking where your beliefs come from, then you're operating on what? You're operating on outdated beliefs or beliefs that maybe don't uphold your values or that aren't going to help you to get the life that you want to get, right? So that can be an important step, right? Understand, what do you really want in your life, right? What do you want to manifest? Is it society's idea of success that you're chasing? Do you want the guy that came on here the other day and asked, is this a successful, is this successful financially to do this? And I said, it depends on what you say. And in the end, he was asking me what color's my Bugatti. Well, even if I had all that money, I wouldn't buy a Bugatti. I would rather help myself out. And, I'd rather drive a regular car and donate some of that money to, like an animal shelter or, help other people that are in need versus buying a Bugatti, like having a status symbol like that. But that's me, right? Somebody else might be like, yeah, no, I want all the status symbols. I want all the trappings and the fixings that society say make it, show that you have money. Well, okay, that's good for you. Go and get those things then. Just make sure that you're dreaming the dream that you want, right? You have parents that put all those expectations on us. You have to be a doctor or a lawyer or whatever. And then next thing you know, you're a miserable lawyer because that's never what you wanted to do. You got forced into being that, right? I want to go to Greece and travel. Exactly. That's what I would do with my money is go to Greece and travel. I'll travel around the world, hold events in different countries. We'll just have traveling. Well, we'll do the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, but it'll be the Sisterhood of the Traveling Oracle. How's that? I like that. That's got actually a nice ring to it. Let's do it. We'll be the Sisterhood of the Traveling Oracle. I totally dig it. I totally dig it. Have phone, will travel. Have passport. Take me places. I like it. Okay. So ciao, Tara. I remember I think you asked for the Rose Oracle. Oh, I didn't see that you asked for the Rose. And meanwhile, I pulled one from this one. I'm sorry, Demia. I didn't catch that when I went through. So Tara, ciao, Tara. You can always, or K-on, Tara. If you want a specific deck, just let me know here because I didn't see it this one. Okay, perfect. The new deck. It's a fun. I love learning it. Right? You never know what the card's going to say. So picking up Field of Dreams, I didn't even know what it was going to be. It was awesome. Nice, just small little get together. That was it. How are you? I hope you've come and seen me since my birthday. But then again, if you're online only that little bit, that's pretty cool too. Congratulations. Okay. I feel like I have the deck upside down because I'm getting a lot of in the reversed mode. So Solitude. Look at that. Beautiful. I love these pictures, but I did pick it up in the reversed. So that's how it looked for us. Okay. The birthday was fantastic though. Always. Okay. Number 13. I am comfortable in my own skin as I detach to replenish my soul. That's a state of mind. You know what I say to myself? That I don't even prescribe to age. And the reason why I stopped prescribing to age is the whole fact that my spirit is eternal. So then age really doesn't apply. And I just believe that I am youthful and young and all this other stuff. So I just don't even think about that. I don't even think about age that way. Right. This is just a teeny little blip in eternity. So I've been alive for a blip, for a blink. So meditation is required when you receive the solitude card as a sign. Empty your mind and superfluous thoughts and allow stillness to flow through your whole being. This is not an advantageous time to ask questions or push forward in any way. Rather, it's a period for a conscious retreat. What's called for now is to step back, take your focus off your life and your troubles. You'll be surprised by how things sort themselves out once you've replenished your energy by means of a much needed rest and time out. And I have to say, Dream, having a birthday on Christmas is always just this, having a birthday in December typically isn't ideal, but having a birthday on Christmas is really unfortunate. Aw, you matter too, David. Sending love to you. We share lots of love here. We share lots of love through my live. So you popped into the good live. I like to make sure that people know they matter and they're loved too. So thank you, David. So So the reversed card, Keonatera, is the message for you right now. So too much solitude results in isolation and separation. Now is the moment to get together with friends and join in the merriment. Hiding out will lead to loneliness and negative thinking. Separation at this time isn't a healthy choice. Are you in a situation in which you feel alone? You need to share this, not keep it to yourself. By joining in with others, you'll hear what you need to know because Spirit finds ways to speak through them without their even knowing it. You have the key to let yourself out of this prison. You are loved and never alone. So I think that's a lovely message. I really like this deck of cards. This is going to be fun. Here now showed up. Here now showed up. And I think here now is the best place to be. You're welcome. Yeah, I think that was a lovely message, right? Isolation, solitude is really good to meditate, to do that stuff, but we can't close ourselves off completely, right? Yeah, awesome. Okay, after we have Simran, if you're still there. Hi here now. Simran, are you there? And then Sherry and Nan. Okay, Simran, Sherry, and Nan are the next three. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me again. So Simran, are you there? Hi, John. I have to set up an appointment with you. I just didn't get to it yesterday, but I will today. All right. We have some new Oracle deck cards. Hi. How was Scotland? Would you be oh my gosh. Did you celebrate winter solstice yesterday? That was my yeah. We had our winter solstice celebration last night. It was really awesome. So I didn't see Simram come up and say that she was still there. Yeah, no. I had a girl join from Costa Rica, and it was the same thing. They're like, it wasn't solstice for them yesterday. Okay, so no Simran. How about Sherry? Is Sherry still there? And if Sherry's not there, then Nan. I'll put you on the list here now. You'll just have to hold on for a little till we get, but I will definitely pull a card for you. Yay. Do you want this deck, Sherry, the new deck? And Nan, let me know what deck you want as well, okay? This deck? Okay. And then Jess, if Jess wants a different deck, she can let me know as well. This is going to get this deck worked in is what we're doing. We're working in the new deck. It's funny. I saw this card pop up a moment ago. And again, it was in the reversed mode. But I'm going to show you it in this one so we can all see the picture. Super cute, super cute. But in this position. Okay, so I'll read them both. Number 54, which would be 9. That's kind of, good number. Good number. So let's see. 54. We'll read the regular upright message, but just stay tuned for the other one. The rose. Okay, Jess, perfect. So you are receiving a nudge in the right direction. This card tells you that you're being gently encouraged to step into your power, into the dream of your life. New things are out there to be explored, and the nurturing power of the universe is giving you a nudge in the right direction. You will get help you need and won't be alone in your quest. Every step you take right now is supported by the wisdom of the universe. You are on the right path. Keep going. Now, this is the message for you. Reversed. A misstep isn't the end of the world. You've fallen into a trap of false courage, and only humility will lead you out of it. Perhaps you weren't listening to your intuition, and now you're in a jam. Being too self-reliant without knowing the ropes has brought you to this place. Don't become too discouraged. All is well, and you can always start again. Take another road and surely discover new territories where love really blooms. Just remember to rely on your higher power. You can't always get what you want, but spirit knows your needs. Something better waits around the corner. So a nice direction, like a redirection. You're welcome, Ren. Right? So it's a redirection is what it is, right? God's protection. Redirection is God's protection. So whatever it was that you got turned away from, or you thought you were headed in that direction and it was going to be the great thing and it turned out not to be, it was for that experience to learn whatever you needed to learn from that. You know, whenever we have something that happens to us that's not an amazing experience, that's where we get to learn and grow and then be prepared for the next experience, right? Sometimes the only way that we can be open to what is in our highest power, our highest interest, our highest good. There's the word I was looking for. What is in our highest good. Sometimes we actually have to be changed and altered. Like we have to go through a transition to come out and evolve into a space where we'd be able to handle whatever that is that's coming to us, right? So Nan, do you want this deck or do you want a different deck? Because we can do the rose or the enchanted deck is calling you. Okay. I love it. It is really cool. I'm glad that I got this deck. You're welcome, Sherry. Aside from them just being a little more challenging to shuffle. Field of Dreams again. 54 cards, pulling sames over already. That's just silly. So, Jess, Bobes, I love it. Fee-fi, Jess. So 21 in the upright. We'll just read the upright again to give that message again. Hi, Jeet. So this is the perfect time to harness the field of vast potential not yet realized in your life. Great abundance is yours if you're willing to do the work alongside the gentle gardener. Be clear about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Concentrate on your best life regardless of the temporary outer conditions imposed upon you by the greater world, which has its own story to tell. You have a basket full of seeds that are quite powerful, for your talents are divinely inspired and will indeed lead to a greater harvest to be shared with others. You will reap what you have sown. Dream big, dream beautiful. Take action and tend to the garden of your life and experience the extraordinary. Sounds really positive, Nan. You've got everything you need. You just need to decide, what do I want to do? Where do I want to go? And then plant those seeds, tend that garden, and it's going to yield an abundant crop, right? Absolutely. I agree. And G, I can definitely put you on the list. We're not too far. We don't have too much of a list left. So we should have time. I'm getting my little messages of time. Okay. So I'm going to pull Jess's card. And then we've got Jess, Josie, Here Now, Jeet, and James. Okay, so Jess wants one from the Rose Oracle. So let's see what our message is here. I'm sorry, my dog looks ridiculously cute right at this second. I'm going to move I'm going to move. You'll have to, you're going to go on a little trip for a second. He's lying there, peeking out the window. He's just watching out the patio door, seeing all the stuff going on, just all snug in there with his cute little eyes. But yeah, when I looked over and I saw he was like sitting there peeking out the window, and like you can see he's just like, his eyes are just like, look at it going on out there. It just made me think, after this, him and I are going for a walkabout. Oh, that got the old, did you say the W word? And I would change you guys, but you guys would be a little bit more of a challenge to move and show the dog, unfortunately, because of the thing. He is the sweetest. Okay, sorry. I have your card, Jess. Rapture. Sorry, rapture, not rupture. Rapture. He did. He heard the W. He's just so, like, it's just the cutest thing to have him like snugged in there, staring out the window, watching basically TV for him. It's like, look at the outdoors, look at the birds and the squirrels and the watching everything go by, the car go by, it's super cute. Okay, rapture. Sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, pleasure. Good morning, Sue. Merry Christmas. We're getting close. We're getting really close. My Christmas, I'm having dinner with my mom and son on Christmas Eve. And on Christmas Day, I'll be here by myself while my son's with his dad. And it's going to be just another day. I was pulling cards in your dream. Woo! Being dreamed about now. Special. No. Let's read what this rapture card is, because it sounds delightful. And if you're in a new relationship, I mean, this could be really, really speaking of some good positive things. Flora is the ancient Roman goddess of spring and flowers. In one myth, she was struck by Cupid's arrow and, overwhelmed by love and completely breathless in a moment of rapture, she called for arrows. However, the sound rose came out of her mouth instead. So rose became another word for arrows, and is also became the symbol for love, beauty, and passion. Many patriarchal religions have placed a shameful cloak around sensuality, sex, pleasure, ecstasy, rapture, and sexuality. One of the most natural, pleasurable parts of life has become conditional and judged. The rose wants us to heal from this and to remember that pleasure, sensuality, sexual preference, and expression of desire can be some of the most sacred, miraculous things about being a human on earth. This card comes with a message about receiving and giving love and pleasure. Flora wants you to know that your sensuality, your passion, and your sexuality, no matter how you identify, are sacred and holy. She wants you to connect with your sensual true nature and to celebrate this in all people. So the transmission is, my sensuality is sacred and holy. Others people's sensuality is sacred and holy. I open myself up to express and receive love in a way that feels safe and good to me. I release painful programming and experiences and return to love. What a beautiful message. So Jess, I'm going to hold that up to the computer for you. You can take a picture of it if you want. That way there you can have that little message. So then you can read it over. You might have to flip it because I'm not sure if that's converting into in the correct orientation, but you can always flip it around. Okay, perfect. That was a pretty, but it's true, right? We put all these, and that's where our belief systems can help or hinder us, right? If we were taught that sexuality or that, sensuality and stuff like that was like evil or wrong or dirty or whatever, we have these connotations around it, then we'll restrict ourselves from doing that. We'll get all hung up in those thought processes. So Josie, you get to pick a deck of cards, of which deck of cards that you want. There's the new ones, which are the Enchanted Map. Yeah. So there you go. Express and I mean, maybe even be open about that. Be open about that and sharing that vulnerability, because that might allow them to express, hey, you know what? I have a vulnerability in that space too, or and that can help, or they'll just hold you in a different way, right? Or they'll acknowledge that. The new one, perfect. Yeah. Awesome. I'm so happy about that. That was a perfect card. The perfect card. Oh, in a minute. Get in there. All right. We got them. They're just being buggers to shuffle, but that's okay. We manage. We manage. I'm not even like, honestly, this time it's in the reverse direction. Again, that's 3 times. 54 cards. Could we not have another card? Look at that one. Looks pretty. Field of Dreams in protection mode. So I'm just going to read the protection reversed message 3 times. 3 times. Want to learn about the deck and learn new cards? 3. I'm going to learn about that card. So are your dreams yours, or are they someone else's? Have you chased money, possessions, or prestige? Have you placed security above fulfillment? Has approval seeking played a major role in your motivation to succeed? So sometimes we become extreme people pleasers and we just run around pleasing people. And next thing you know, we're living lives that we don't even know why we're living them, because they aren't anything like we want. They're just someone else's life that we end up living because we think that we have to. Well, you need to make yourself happy and figure out what that is, right? So this is the time for you to assess the validity of your dreams, your talents, and your willingness to be a channel for inspiration and creativity. Don't be afraid to enter the field of dreams, for you can always clear the ground for new and better things to grow. Nature has a way of self-correcting if you're willing to act with authenticity. The power to create is inside you. So you have to, if you don't know what you or how you are in your authenticity, that's the part where you just get to explore it. So you get to try new things, test out the waters, do all these different things to find a way to, what do you like, right? What lights you up? And sometimes we can do a rapid fire thing, right? Like and I had my friend do this where it was just rapidly asking me these different questions. And yeah, so pursue your art. If your art, and I was one, I was a nurse for 20 years and here I am playing with cards. Right? Not that I went into necessarily nursing, but the first role that I did, I went into computer programming. And back then I would have looked at nursing, but I actually wanted to go into creativity. I wanted to go to art school so bad. I love drawing, and I'll show, only because I know I have a picture nearby. So I just will randomly like find papers and I draw on them, right? So I wanted to go to art school, but I never went. Instead, I did computer programming systems analyst. And then after I did before I did the computer programming systems analyst, right? So art was my thing and I never went into it. Instead, I was like, oh, I have to make money. I have to provide for my family. I have to do a job that there's jobs in. So back then, computer programming was the be all and end all. Everybody was like, it was pretty high up there. in careers for being able to get a job. So I got pushed into going after that instead of doing my art. And then afterwards, when I had my when I got sick and stuff, and I had to take some time off and went through some struggles with that role, I ended up going into nursing after that. And yeah, and then when I went into nursing, that held me for a long time. But if I had have listened to my mind and my heart and my soul, I would have been in on art or healing a long time ago, because between those two things, between art and healing and holistic and natural, those are the things. Exactly. Yeah, you just have to go, you just be authentically you and chase your dreams, because you're going to be so much happier doing that. I'm so much happier now doing this. Sure, there's like stuff that kind of, gets in there, but right, like again, and I've said this before, if money wasn't a concern whatsoever in our lives, I would probably spend 8 hours a day just on here doing stuff with you guys, because I love doing this. Or, if you just did the things that you loved, how can you do the things that you love and make money? That's really what you have to look at. How can I do the things I love and make money? All righty. So we have Here Now and Jeet and then James. Okay. Here Now. If you want this deck of cards, we can always say we pull Field of Dreams for the 4th time. Never know. That's awesome, Lisa. Welcome. This one? Okay. See if I pull Field of, I don't even know. I'll be just like confused. For some reason, it's just a huge message. We all need to know, be authentically you. Haha. We didn't get Here Now. Or sorry, we didn't Here Now. We didn't get Field of Dreams. We got a new card. And it's not in the reverse position, it's in the upright. Into the unknown. Look at that card. Just so cool. So cool. So let's see what Into the Unknown number 7 is all about. Trust, and all will be revealed. Good morning, Lisa. I have 2 Lisas now. Awesome. And Lisa, if you want a card, either Lisa, if you want a card, let me know. I can probably squish it in there. Okay, Into the Unknown. Life is an adventure, and often new opportunities will arise that you won't know how to deal with. This is one of those times. You're required to trust that this new phase will reveal wonders and miracles as you step into unknown territory. Imagine that you are not only a pathfinder, but a path maker. Whatever your inquiry, trust that you'll be safe. Stay aware as you discover new and marvelous territories and valuable treasures. So that's really cool. That is really cool. Does that feel resonant right now, that you're in a new stage in your life, that something's come up, but you're going to be, you're going to make trails. You're not just going to blaze the trail. You're going to make the trail. So you're going to do something. Maybe you have an idea that's like a little bit, Melinda, I was waiting for Melinda. Come on now. We were getting so close to being done on time. You were being good. All right. So Jeet, what deck would you like? We got to be quick. We've only got a certain amount of time. And I put... If Jeet's even there. If Jeet's not there, we're going straight on to Lisa, and then James. There, yeah. So definitely do that. That's blazing a whole new path. That's what the card's telling you. It's the here and it's the unknown. Step into it. Do it. You've got it. Hi, Guy. How are you? All right. Jeet hasn't said anything. So without Jeet, we're going on to Lisa. And Lisa wants one in the brand new deck. So Lisa's going to get one, and both Lisas are going to get one. All right. Okay, fine. That one. So Lisa Mulligan. Peaks of joy. 33. This sounds really good. This sounds really good. But we're new to this deck, so I'm not going to say anything until we figure out what it is. Your life is filled with happiness. Share it with others. Joy is yours today. No matter what your inquiry, you will be happy with the results. You're coming closer to a sense of achievement, and you've worked hard for it. You're surrounded by true companions and events that are synchronistically arranged to bring you to the next level of your life. The world is singing a beautiful harmony. Life is exhilarating and hopeful. Let gratitude fill your heart and remember to share your happiness. Joy is contagious. That's yours, Mulligan. That's yours. You have the joy. Hard stop 11:11. We got hard stop 11:11. We said that that's our hard stop always now. I think we'll be good though. We're going to do Lisa, and then James is closing out the show. So we've got James at the end there. This is going to be Lisa Standling. You are going to have a good day, a joyous day. Spread that joy to other people. Just enjoy the beautiful day. Revel in the sunshine wherever you find it. Just enjoy. All right, let's see what my other Lisa is going to get. Guy? Oh, Jeet. Jeet. I ended up not pulling for you because I called for you and you weren't there, but I can get you beforehand, okay? It might be 11:11. I was thinking I might get done in time, but okay. So I pulled this in reverse, Lisa Sandling. Okay. Ride the Waves, number 14. But I did pull it in this direction. That's okay, G. I'll put you back. I'll pull a card for you in a moment. And you're before James, Melinda. James says he's going to close the show. So Melinda's before James. So this is what we're going to do. No more cards after this, but this is what we're going to do. Lisa's cards right now. Then we're going to go Jeet, Guy, Melinda, James. 4 more after Lisa. Okay. But Lisa Sandling first. Number 14 in protection mode. I'm not going to read the upright. I'm just going to read the reversed. Okay. So we'll just read whichever the card is for that. And beautiful colors. The colors are beautiful. So you may be mistaking a rogue wave for a fun ride. You can only coast for so long before you hit the shoreline with a smack. The tide is ebbing, and your activities are now preparing you for when that wonderful wave comes in for you to ride. You're meant to learn how to be a strong swimmer now. Don't worry, preparation ensures a successful result. However, you must wait patiently for the right moment to come. Now is the time for conscious preparation and skill building, which absolutely makes sense. Sorry. And that's because I know what you're going through right now. And I know that you've been smacked down, right? And that you're not feeling well and all of that. And you're working through like all of that emotional stuff. And it's really just telling you like, that's all you need to be doing right now is just in that working on you, getting ready, preparing, dealing with your resiliency, working on you. And then the tide's going to go out and you're going to be prepared to ride the wave as it leaves. So a really good message there. Really feel like it's fitting. Okay, Jeet. And we're just going to stick with this deck of cards, I think. I think I have a card boxed. Yep. Found it. All right, Jeet. So I pulled it in the reverse mode. So I'm just going to read the reverse, but I'll show you the picture upright. Magic Prayer, number 32. Beautiful card. Yes. And I had a feeling about that when you were talking about how you were feeling that might be the case. So yeah, if you can get a hold of fresh pine needles, pine needle tea would be absolutely amazing. And make sure that you're taking zinc and vitamin C and things like that. Oh, cool. Awesome. Okay, number 32, Jeet, in protection mode. Or in reversed, I guess. They call it reversed here. It is. It's a beautiful deck. I love it too. It's really interesting. From 2000. Self-will that goes unchecked can bring difficulties. Reversed, the magic prayer card is a sign that you've mistakenly believed that your way is the only one. Could the path you're on be leading you to a place of regret, or could you be pursuing something that just isn't good for you? If so, you may be facing a painful lesson and a lonely one too. Perhaps it's time to pray and meditate on your highest good and the highest good for all. Spirit may have other plans for you. Be assured that they will be better than anything you could ever have dreamed of. So there's a good message on the end of that, but maybe you're like engaging in like, you're like, this is like following the bad boy, let's say. That would be an example of that. This guy, he's kind of, he seems a little toxic, but I can fix it. I can change it. And meanwhile, you're like, you're not. It's just, that's the bad boy. Go in the opposite direction. He's just going to cause you a heartache. Right? Like that's the kind of concept there, that you might be doing something that is really not good for you, or you're headed down a path where it's like, well, this isn't really going to have anything but a harsh lesson. So it's just pull back in, meditate, pray, try to get in connection with your spirit and higher, your higher self or spirit, to just really, what should you be doing now? Where should you be headed? Where should you be going? And it'll be okay. Okay. All right, we have Guy. You're welcome. So again, pulled in the protect or in the reversed mode. So I'll read that, but I'm going to show you the card upright. So the card upright is slow and steady. Number 12. Slow and steady. But the reversed. Pushing things forward impulsively will not only prevent success, but potentially cause more trouble than you're prepared to handle. Moving too quickly will only yield unripe fruit with bitter taste. Slow down, breathe, meditate. You're not a human doing, you're a human being. Just be. Everything will work out if you can apply the brakes and become more aware of what's happening in this moment. A calm focus on the now, breathing in the beauty of your surroundings, will restore your power to consciously co-create your world. All fruits ripen on their own time. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful message. Okay, beautiful message. So let me know how that resonates with you, Guy. Okay. And Melinda, did you want this deck or did you want the other deck? Sometimes we do that, right? We get. You're welcome. You're so welcome, Guy. I kind of like the idea of sticking with this deck only because I really, that definitely, right? Be in the moment, right? Graham, Alberta, or AB. Anyone? Melinda. Work your light. Hello, Harish. How are you? All right. We're just throwing a whole bunch now. We have a hard stop in 12 minutes. Have a great day, Guy. Hello, how are you? How are you? You have a great day too, Guy. All right, for Melinda. Oh, oh. So, whatever you're asking about, no. So, it's not about never. It's just not right now. This is the no card. And I feel like no is in the very beginning of the deck. It is. There seems to be a delay in the recording. It just hung up a little bit, did it? Oh, no, I'll get you I'll get you before I go, James, for sure. Okay? Definitely. Are we back to going? Because I did see the messages come up there, so it seems like we might be back with good times. Good morning, Harish. All right. This is your card, Melinda. No. You're being called to either pause or say no. Say yes to something that isn't in alignment with you will drain your energy and your time. Hold out for a congruent, aligned 100% yes. Often, when we are looking for guidance to make a decision, it can be frustrating not to move into clear and considered action. However, timing is everything, and not receiving clear guidance is actually guidance in and of itself. Between the video and the comments. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Hopefully everything's okay. We all go through times known as waiting periods. These times are crucial for our body to regenerate, the new path to formulate, and the universe to begin creating things on our behalf. You don't need to be plowing forward all the time to move forward. A potent, congruent yes, when the time is right, will put you ahead leaps and bounds. Don't force things now just because it seems like the only option. Take a breather and wait. The waiting is actually very productive, for when the time for movement comes, you will be ready to dive right in. Use this time to regenerate and ponder what you truly want. Consider the options. If the options are not clear, don't fear, because this time is a gift. Use it to tend to your garden and to take a rest, to take a moment from your busy life to clear the decks and prepare for the time in the future. For come spring, clarity will bloom and you will have the reserves, space, and drive to say yes and act and move quickly. So no, say no, postpone, or wait is what you're asked to do. So that's a good message. And I think oftentimes, having that message of waiting isn't a bad thing, right? We want things now. We want things instantly, but we have to, it's all about divine timing. Unfortunately, you have to wait. Just have to wait. Oh, I don't know why I'm putting the lid back on. Okay. So James, would you like the new deck? Someone just visited a site from Greece. I'd like to go visit Greece. Sounds good, right? And I think that's what it is, right? Right now you're in that regenerative stage, right? You're rebuilding yourself, renewing yourself, and just think about what you want and vision it clearly. And then start when you're ready, when the time's ready to say yes, you'll be full of the energy. You'll be clear on your direction and on your vision, and you'll be able to just step forward and enact it and put it into place. And the universe will jump along with you and go, yeah, let's do this. Let's do it. All right, James. James, my friend. We're going to pull from the new deck. So I'm interested to find out what new cards we can get in, what we can find out here. Okay. So this card's for you, James. Unexpected visitors. I like it. Unexpected visitors, James. Number 41. I feel like it is too. Absolutely. That's the vibe. So what I got was you just need to focus on like to figure out exactly what you want to do, where you want to go, like and head in that direction. So this is just that time about just really meditating and being introspective about how do you want to show up in the world? What is it that the message or the way that I think of it in a lot of ways like serving, right? And some of us serve the world by, working at McDonald's and literally serving Happy Meals. But some of us serve the world by, doing oracle card readings. Some of us serve the world being nurses. There's lots of different ways that we serve the world. And it's just going to be figuring out what your innate tech abilities and your talents are to go out and serve the world. So this is your introspective time to figure out how that really is going to work and plan and get ready. So James, my dear, if you expect the unexpected, you'll be prepared for miracles, detours, surprises, and paradigm shifts. Expect the unexpected. No matter how detailed your plans are and how clear you believe the road ahead to be, there are times when the best plans are waylaid by unforeseen circumstances. At first, detours may seem inconvenient, but a surprise turn of events signals that the adventure of a life is beginning to get interesting. No one can plan for synchronicity, for fate and destiny to meet, except Spirit, who knows what you can't comprehend for now. Life is full of surprises, so stay on your toes and enjoy this exciting new adventure you weren't expecting. There is a plan for your life that may not match up with your agenda. That's pretty cool. I mean, the detours may be uncomfortable as they come up. It could very easily be the detour comes up and you're like, and start, not enjoying it. But what comes outside of that detour is going to be better than what's on this side, right? So just allow just flow with as much positivity and grace as you can through whatever experiences that you have. Honor yourself as best as you can through those ups and downs that could happen. But it's coming to you. It's coming to you. It's the way that you're supposed to go, right? Sometimes we need to learn those lessons just so that we can become the best version of ourselves, or so that we can unlock some skills or talents that we weren't aware of, but we needed that actual, that challenge or that struggle or that conflict to enable us to understand that we have that ability, right? So that's a really good, I think it's a really good card for you. But I'm not sure what you think. So you'll have to give me some feedback on that. But we're almost at our hard stop. Yeah. We've had a lot of that. We've had a lot of synchronicities in this episode period, pulling those same card 3 times, and then the whole expect the unexpected and authenticity. Authenticity is the key word for 2023 for sure. And it's what I would love for everybody to do is lean into who they authentically are. Screw what anyone else thinks. If somebody thinks that, dancing around in your living room is lame, well, that doesn't affect me. If I'm dancing around in my living room and I'm having fun, that's what's affecting me. And I'm in that fun state of mind and enjoying life and, embracing that. So that's just what you have to do. 2 minutes. Hard stop, 2 minutes. So if anyone else has anything, I guess I could, for the few people that are still remaining on. So my Sacred Oracle Journey packages, they are only on sale until the end of the year. At the end of the year, they are going to go up in price for 2023. So if you want to get in on the Sacred Journey Oracle, whether that's in group or in individual format, let me know. You can connect with me. I have my Calendly link. You can select it, copy it, put it into a browser and go to it and book an appointment with me to discuss further for free. You could also connect with me, Hi, Harish. Did you want a card, Harish? You never said. You just sent me a whole bunch of highs, hellos, highs. Hi, hello. Yeah. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, so and I also do just the oracle reading, but the Sacred Journey packages, they're 3-month packages. So if you get in now, even if you just secure the price before the end of the year, you'll have that price locked in for the 3 months. So you just have to get in before the end of the month. Otherwise, so as an example, the price for the individual package is $9.99. For the rest of the year, it's on for $6.97. So that's a saving of $303. For the group format, that's typically $555, and that one's the one that's on sale for $350. So it's $205 difference. So that's significant savings on those packages. But if you lock in those, all you have to do is purchase before the end of the year and you lock in the price. It doesn't matter if you're like, I can't start until January because of everything that's going on. That's fine. We can have our first session in January, but you need to purchase before the end of the year. Because like I said, in January, the individual goes up to $9.99 for the 3 months, and the group one goes up to $555 for the 3 months. And they're still steals at that price. So we're at 11:11, hard stop. We're done for today. I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And we get to go out on the bang of 11:11. Have a wonderful day. And I'll be back tomorrow from 9 a.m. till 10 a.m. I love you. I'm going to go walk my dog and enjoy the little bit of sunlight that's still out there. Bye, guys.